So, Hayden, Caleb, tell me a little bit about yourselves.
So, I'm Hayden. I'm going to be a senior at Southlake. I play football. I've been doing WC students, I guess since you could, but I really only started coming freshman year, like really paying attention to all that. I was like one of those like Christmas, Easter dudes. And then around sophomore year, I think me and Caleb joined like what was like becoming the leadership team doing like tech and sound.
We were one of the first.
Yeah, OG.
I'm Caleb. I'm also a senior. I do competitive archery, which is weird. I've been doing WC basically for as long as I can remember, since I've been able to do it.
That's a surprise.
Okay. I'd run sound. He does video.
Because I don't know how to do sound.
And he doesn't know what an Ethernet cable is. So,
Hey.
I'm sure you'll have a lot of free time. So, what shows have you all been binging on Netflix?
I've been watching a lot of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah, have you been watching it?
Yeah, I watched it all.
Yeah, so I've been watching that, and then I started re-binging NCIS, which is like an investigation like Navy cop show. I had like already watched it because it's got like 14 seasons or something like that on Netflix, and so I just figured since I have all the time in the world because of like coronavirus or whatever and quarantine that I'd start watching it again, and so I've been trying to crush that out like every now and then.
Yeah, I was actually really upset when Avatar came on Netflix because I just bought it, the entire, all three, four, whatever seasons of it.
Like on a disc?
Like no, like on Apple
VCR?
Apple TV.
Oh.
Like all of it, and then a couple weeks later it's on Netflix.
Should have done your research.
I should have done my research. I'm not that. My brother's that type of person, but I am not. But I've been watching that. Then I got Disney Plus like a week ago, so I watched The Mandalorian.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. I like that one. So, what's been the best part of being home lately?
For me, it's been kind of relatively almost stress-free. I've had a lot of time to do things that I normally wouldn't. So, I mean, I've been playing guitar a lot more than I used to. I'm trying to like learn different like worship songs and different country songs because that's like the kind of music I'm into. And so I've just been, I guess, just chilling around my house. I've been working out a lot too, like just for football and stuff like that. So
I've been doing it. I've just been relaxing. We just moved into a house, so first part of my quarantine was getting moved into that. Doing a lot of work. Then
I bet you still have boxes you haven't unpacked.
probably, I don't know where.
Like in your closet?
That's mom and dad's job. But, hey, I don't know where it goes, but so I've been doing that, working out. I mean, nothing's really changed for me.
Yeah,
Just
I feel that.
getting through the day. I have been doing pre-cal, which has sucked.
Oh yeah, it's not fun.
It only gets
I
worse.
took it
It
last
only
year.
gets worse. You want to be an engineer at A&M? Only gets worse.
Gotta
I'm sure that makes you excited though. You're both on the leadership team, so you influence the younger
Represent.
generation, I guess,
Yeah.
of students coming up. But who's someone that's influenced you with your walk of Christ, and how did they do that?
So for me personally, I guess the guy that started it all, I had a counselor at a camp I went to, Camp Thurman. His nickname was Fufu because they all have like weird, crazy nicknames. But it was at that point that it starts going from like more of like a camp like for little kids that like has kind of Christian themes and more trying to push like Christianity and like really like letting kids figure stuff out for themselves and like really trying to learn. And so it was just like through those 5 days with him, like during like our small group talks, that I really realized that personally on my like walk with Christ, I haven't really been doing anything at all. And that if I wanted to go to heaven, then I'd have to make those steps like by myself to, you know, go to church and do worship and read the Bible and pray and just try to do things to live in like a godly manner that I know I want to live.
You got a lot of pastoral hand movements on your table.
I
there.
know, I'm
Getting
really
back
trying
into
to
your role,
channel Pastor John.
Person that's influenced me was probably my dad. Shocker, I know.
Kind of crazy.
But I mean, he's a pastor, so.
Makes sense, yeah.
But he and my mom are both kind of like these pretty well-respected people of being well-known of being like super nice, follow the Lord, or kind of just some of the best examples that I know.
You know what happened?
And so I know, right? But that's like my example that I'm trying to follow, and it kind of starts with your path with the Lord and getting that getting on track with that. So that's I'm trying to follow their example.
Right on.
It's a big shoes to fill, Todd said.
Yeah.
Caleb's got big feet. So.
That's true. Big guy. So you said you've been practicing the guitar, practicing worship music.
Yeah.
What are you most looking forward to? The biggest part of church you're looking forward to when you get to come back?
I mean, worship, I guess. I mean, I probably speak for a lot of people when I say that it's during worship that, like, personally I feel closest to God. And so, I mean, you can listen to worship music on your own, or you can play it, which helps, but it's I guess not really quite the same as being in the big room and having everyone around you and feeding off the atmosphere, of the music and the lights and just like everyone being there. So I just really miss like being there and kind of enjoying the moment.
I gotta probably say worship as well. In worship and with community of other Christians is kind of something special. You don't really get that at home with you get it with your family, but with like your friends, other people your age, it's different.
Yeah. Personally, to me, I think that fellowship is like a huge aspect of at least my faith and just Christianity in general. I mean, having like people at church that are God-loving people that I can come every Sunday and see their love for God and the joy they have just every day, and like hearing from them how God was operating in their life that week. It's just like an amazing thing that you can't really recreate on Zoom or like through Snapchat or anything like that.
It's definitely different. Just having a group of guys that you can worship with takes it to a different sort of level. So I'm sure. Quarantine, you have a lot of stuff to think about, a lot of free time to do thinking, and just looking into what God's been teaching you. What do you think He's been teaching y'all lately?
So I've just kind of been like scrolling through the Bible like every now and then, just trying to read different things. And one of the biggest things I found was in Psalm, which personally I think is just like a good book for finding just little nuggets of wisdom like every page you turn. And so this was in Psalm 34:8, and it says, "Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man who takes refuge in him." And I think that's just like a really sweet message that I think anyone should hear right now, that just says that we're never alone in our like walk of life with just like in general or in faith. And so I think it's during like these current times of uncertainty and like trials and tribulations that we really need to be looking towards God and trying to listen to the path He's going to show us, and have the faith that like whatever He does show us is going to be the right direction for our life.
Yeah, mine's sort of like his. Mine's kind of like the Lord is with you no matter where you're going through. Like I said, we moved into a house, but we sold it a couple weeks before Corona really got bad, and we were all scared that it was just our deal was gonna fall out. But we had this perfect plan that just went kind of flawlessly through that time, through when Corona was getting bad, and it kind of just showed me and my entire family that the Lord is good, and as long as we put our trust in Him, that He can provide. And I've been going through my Bible more and more, and I found this verse, Psalm 44:6. "For not in my bow do I trust, nor can my sword save me, but I have been saved from our foes." So it just really just stuck out to me how the Lord has really provided for me and my family.
That's awesome. I think it's awesome that y'all really leaned in, reading the Bible, looking at what Lord's trying to teach you during this time. It's inspiring.
I mean, not being able to come on Sundays, throughout all this, it's really taught me that I have to be active in pursuing my faith, and that I need to take the steps to grow, and that so doing things like reading the Bible as much as I can, and praying and playing my own worship music, that doing those things to fit the unprecedented times that we're in right now. That's the best way that I can grow my faith.
Yeah. It's a great time for it to work on your personal faith.
Exactly.
It's cool.
Just trying to get your church on.
Church on. What a great end. Wow.
Quote him on that.
Quote him on that, yeah.
And that's a wrap.